generation, all-in-one system, the most advanced hardware and software. We made you the controller. All-in-one, the one with the power to create experiences, the one that makes your TV more intelligent, the one system for a new generation. Xbox One.
So I've sat and watched the Xbox reveal through and through. Thought I'd do my little bit of feedback on what I thought of it. I would also like you to go ahead, make some comments in the comments below, and let me know what you think. To be honest, myself, I was a little disappointed. It wasn't very game orientated for something that you'd think only gamers would be watching, really. I can't imagine many people that are going to be utilising some of the features that were shown are going to be the people watching the reveal. Maybe at E3, some of that stuff would have made a bit more sense to demonstrate, not a gaming consoles reveal. Not many games were shown. They did show things like FIFA, Madden, and the UFC. They also demonstrated Call of Duty Ghost, which I know a lot of people watched the entire thing for. I mean, I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan, but I was intrigued to see which way and what direction they were going in. But the console itself, it does look impressive, I won't lie. The Kinect, if it's used well, and from what I've heard and what I've seen in a couple of other videos, it does seem that it's going to be a really, really good feature on the new Xbox. I mean, the old Kinect, to be honest, was a bit irritating. I know the voice control on it doesn't work very well. I don't have one personally, but a friend of mine does, and it drove me insane trying to use that thing. And to be honest, unless you've got a lot of space for it, it was never going to work, the old one. But the new one, it does seem that it's got such a wide field of view that it will pick you up even if you're stood in front of it. You know, it's going to be very good for that. So you can use it at a desk if you're playing at a desk, or if you're playing in your bedroom and you're sat on your sofa, or wherever you are. You know, you might not be very far from your TV and the Kinect itself, but you should be able to use it, and that should be good. And the technology behind it is incredible. It's able to detect your heart rate, the muscle tension, and it's done all through measuring your body heat and things like that. It's really quite impressive stuff. I recommend doing a bit more research into it if you're still not sure on that one, because it really does have a lot of impressive stuff behind it. But in the way of the console itself, it kind of matches up to the PlayStation, which is new really, because PlayStation are normally a bit ahead of Xbox or Microsoft. They're both basically gaming PCs. I mean, not ridiculously high spec gaming PCs, but because they're focused just for gaming, nothing else. It's not going to be a word processor or anything like that on there, you know. It's literally a gaming console. That technology will be utilised to its fullest, and it should mean that the consoles will be able to compete in the race against PCs for a little while now. Not only that, the Xbox though does seem like a kind of all-in-one media system, hence the name Xbox One. It's the one thing you're going to need to do everything. It's got a Blu-ray player obviously, but you can use it to watch TV, you can use it to make phone calls with Skype, and you can use it to do a variety of other things. The functionality of it though does seem a bit kind of biased towards America, but then again it does have a lot of features that everyone can use. I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. If anything, I've been looking into the PS4 quite a lot this time around. Last time I was absolutely unfazed by the PS3, had no interest in getting it. It was far too overpriced. Just didn't take my interest at all. But this, because the price battle's going to be so close, I will consider the PS4. But the PS4, although it does seem to be more focused on gaming as opposed to being a multimedia system, the Xbox has always had an appeal with me. I'm an Xbox owner, except the real selling point for a PlayStation for me would have been Metal Gear games, because that is literally the only franchise that I adamantly always want to play, and I was really gutted when, of course, it was PS3 only for Guns of the Patriots. The new ones are coming out on the Xbox, so I'm used to the Xbox controller. I think that's going to be the way I'm going to go. To be honest, we're living in modern times. I hate to sound old saying it like that, but you know, we've all got smartphones now, and people getting tablets and all this kind of stuff. And if I can link my Xbox, my tablet, my phone, and have the Kinect ability to wave my hands around and my TV starts doing stuff for me, that's pretty cool. I mean, I can sit there on the smartphone and I can control my Xbox like a TV remote from the sofa with my phone, whilst using my tablet to do other Xbox stuff on it, while shrinking the screens by waving my hands around. It'll feel kind of like something out of the Minority Report or something like that. I don't know if people remember that film, but there's several scenes of Tom Cruise waving his hands around, and everyone kind of wants that ability. It'll feel futuristic. I mean, the novelty will wear off pretty quickly, but that first couple of months where, you know, you feel like you're something out of the future, and you can just kind of go, oh yeah, let's watch TV. Xbox, let me watch TV. The only thing that I really wish it could do is if you could change the name that it responds to, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be changing it to Jarvis. Everyone wants to sit at home and just go, Jarvis, put the telly on. If you're an Iron Man fan, you'd like that. If not, you just want to call something like Jeeves or Alfred or whatever. You know, it'd just be a quality feature to have on the Xbox. But in the way of games, I am looking forward to E3. It's only a couple of weeks away. I think that's probably why they've left it out. You know, they did feature some basic stuff. They wanted to show off their new friendship with EA and all this kind of stuff. They wanted to brag about it more than anything else, you know. They wanted to show off the Kinect's capability with sporting games and stuff like that, and with EA stuff, and they just wanted to show off that you could have a split bloody screen. That's all they wanted to do, and they demonstrated it, and fair enough, it worked. I'm glad they didn't change anything like the controller, because I would have been really annoyed if they'd gone the way of Kinect-only stuff, and they want you up and dancing around your living room, and basically going the way of Nintendo. And video games, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to see the real world. I want to sit in front of my video games and be a lazy git who doesn't get exercise. I don't want to start jumping around. But games-wise, Call of Duty, it looked like Call of Duty. What more can I say? Better graphics, texture, and pixel counts, all this crap. Stuff that, to be honest, you don't give a shit about, do you? Not when it comes to Call of Duty. Everyone just wants Call of Duty, 60 frames a second, really smooth. Everyone gets to run around a small map. Loads of 14-year-olds screaming and singing songs. I have no interest in it whatsoever. By the look of it, the maps are still going to be irritatingly small, no fun, small team sizes in small servers, and no ability to customise your own servers, set your own rules. Screw Call of Duty, I'm not bothering with it. I'll be just playing Battlefield 4. Well, not just, but I will be playing Battlefield 4. If a DayZ standalone comes out on a console, I'd probably get it and give it a go just to see what it's like. The only thing that I'm really happy with the new look on that console is the ability to record from it. At the moment, you've got to pay a good couple £100. Well, you don't have to pay a couple £100. You could probably do it for a bit less than that, but £100 to £200 for a recording device to record from your Xbox. A good quality one, anyway. This console is going to have that built in. The only thing I'm wary of is it is Windows. So what editing software you're going to have on the console. I mean, if you can transfer it through, say, Media Center over to your PC, then great. You know, you can stick it in some proper editing software and mess around with it and make some really good videos from your Xbox. But, you know, the ability to take it over to your computer, that'd be great. Otherwise, editing on a console is going to be shite. It's going to be Windows Movie Maker, and it's going to be absolute rubbish. I can guarantee that. Any editing on a console, I mean, I don't know if anyone ever made any videos on, I think it was Modern Warfare 3 with the theatre mode. I mean, yeah, it was cool that it gave you the free roaming ability when you were playing back footage, and I'm hoping they can implement that in this, so that basically if you're recording a game, yeah, it's going to drop your frame rate and stuff like that. But if you're recording, say, Battlefield, you can move the camera after the event, because it's recorded everything, not just your perspective on it, it's recorded the actual game. And that could be very, very interesting. You know, you could make cinematics and stuff like that. And I'll definitely be looking into that and fiddling around with that as much as I can. But if it's editing solely on the console, and there's no way of transferring it over to the computer, it's a waste of time. I mean, yeah, you'll get loads of people using it, but it just means that YouTube is going to become clogged with 14-year-olds slapping together a video in literally 5 minutes of just...
I got a kill streak of 10.
or something like this, and no one gives a crap, filling it with dubstep, and then that's that. No one wants to see that. But to be honest, other than that, E3's around the corner. They haven't said enough in that reveal. They revealed the console, you know, they told everyone that the rumours weren't true. I don't think anyone saw Xbox One coming. Durango was the code name, it was never actually going to be the name. Everyone, well, I think people knew that. Infinity was quite a good fake made up by some guy on Reddit. But not only that, you had 720, which to be honest, I assumed it was going to be that for a very long time, because it just made sense, you know. Mind you, the Infinity one kind of made sense as well. But Xbox One, I can see why they called it that. I just think it's a crap name. A lot of people are going to say, does the name really matter? But yeah, it does. Xbox One doesn't really have it just, you know, you sound a bit pretentious if you sound like, oh yes, I'm going to play it on my Xbox One. I know it's not going to affect your sales, but it's just a bit stupid if you ask me. I definitely think 720 or Infinity had a better ring to it. Anyway, I've been rambling now for far too long. Let me know what you thought of the reveal. This gameplay footage has just been me messing around on Battlefield. Nothing impressive, nothing good, nothing bad, just absolute random stuff that I've recorded. Just because I would record a good game on Battlefield, but I'm not good enough at the game to record a good game on Battlefield, playing like the average Joe, which I said this channel would be. Keep an eye out for the new DayZ episode, will be coming up in the near future. I had some feedback on the last one, it was interesting, so please leave feedback on any of my videos, I do appreciate it. There's no point in making videos people don't want to watch, so if I can make them better and you want to watch them because they're better, win-win for everyone. Leave a like, a comment, and maybe subscribe if you like what you've seen, and head over to the channel to check out any of my other stuff. And I'll see you next time.
And their violence caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see